Sarah, you lazy bones! Don't tell me you're still asleep. How do you expect to be productive when you sleep all the time?
I worked late last night, Mom, so I slept in. I'm not even done with the task. Working on it now.
Oh, please. I don't have time for this. I need you to do something for me right away. Wash those clothes in the laundry before I return. They belong to your sister and I. We don't have the time to wash them, but you definitely do.
Mom, I'm also busy. You know that. Besides, the washing machine is broken and we're yet to fix it.
Don't you have hands? Put those tiny, lazy fingers to use.
What? I can't do that, Mom. I just told you I have a task I need to finish up today, so doing anything else will make me miss my deadline.
A task that doesn't exist, right? All you do is sit in front of the computer all day doing nothing. You spend the entire day indoors and refuse to do chores. I didn't raise you to be so lazy. You must do your bit in the house.
My bit? I do everything here. I cook, clean, and keep the house in order. Neither you nor Agnes does anything to help. I do all these, even with my job, yet I never complain. But it's never enough for you.
You're going to wash the clothes, as I said. Don't get me angry, Sarah.
I can't do it, Mom. If I don't meet my deadline, I could lose my job. I've already called the technician who will fix the washing machine. He will fix it tomorrow.
Job? Please, don't make me laugh. You're jobless and lying won't change that. You should try to be more like your younger sister. She works at a reputable bank and gets a good salary. She pays the rent. Do you know how much that costs?
She pays the rent? So what? It's not that big of a deal. I take care of our everyday bills. I buy the groceries, food, and much more. It hurts me when you downplay my contribution, Mom.
Blah, blah, blah. You're always looking for a chance to argue. I don't have time for this. Go wash the clothes or there'll be hell to pay. One more thing. Prepare dinner as well. Your sister and I would be starving by the time we return.
Mom, did you just lock me out of the house? All I did was step out to get some coffee from the cafe. I've looked for the spare key and I can't find it. Did you take it with you as well?
Yeah, I locked you out. That's what you get for being disobedient and lazy. You refused to wash and cook as I asked, so now you pay for it. I've enabled your laziness for too long, and it's time to make you buckle up.
That's no reason to lock me out. I've got a lot to do right now. So let's not do this now, please. How do I get in?
You won't, until I return or your sister does. Why don't you look at the brighter side of this, though? You won't stay in front of your computer all day playing video games and watching silly videos. Use this time to go out and look for a job.
Mom, I can't be out here. I have an online meeting with my boss in 30 minutes. I can't miss it for anything in the world.
What kind of job can possibly be done online? How can it pay better than what real jobs would? You enjoy being worthless so you can mooch off of your sister and I. I won't have it, girl. Not anymore. So get out of there and look for a real job, or spend the rest of the day in the sun.
I'll break the locks if I have to. I really can't miss that meeting, Mom. This meeting determines my promotion. I'm serious, Mom. I'm getting into the house one way or the other. I need the key. Mom!
Girl, you really have some guts. I warned you not to break the locks, but you did.
I replaced them immediately, Mom. I dropped copies for you and Agnes on the dining table.
So what? That doesn't make you a hero. I saw the locks you got. I know them. They're high-end locks and really expensive. Why on earth would you spend so much money on them? If you had that much savings, we could have bought a new washing machine, instead of having to fix that broken one.
Mom, the washing machine does not need to be changed. It's still in good condition.
That's no reason to waste money. Honestly, though, I'm not surprised. You only have that kind of money because you contribute next to nothing in this house. You keep blabbing about groceries and bills, but that's only a fraction compared to what your sister does. I'm getting tired of you, Sarah, and I mean that in every sense of the word. You better get yourself in order, or I'll have to kick you out of my house.
What? You'll kick me out?
In a heartbeat. After all, you are of no use to me. Buckle up, or you'll find yourself in the streets.
I need you to do something for me right away. It's super important.
Whatever it is, I can't. I'm busy right now. Find someone else to run your errand.
Come on, don't be like that. I need you to go to my boyfriend's house. You'll find his spare key under his foot mat. There's a wrapped gift on the dining table. Bring it to the office. I got it for my boss's birthday.
Didn't you read my previous message? I'm working on a project right now. Have your boyfriend send it to you. Besides, his house is closer to your office compared to the house. You can head over and grab it, or he can easily drop it off for you. If both are impossible, you can take it on your way home from work.
Do you have to make me beg you? You're my sister. Can't you do this for me? Instead of chatting, you could have been on your way already, and you'll be back home in an hour. It's not like you're doing anything at home, is it? Everyone knows you're jobless.
Not you too, Agnes. I might take it from Mom, but I wouldn't accept it from you at all.
Why? Because the truth hurts? You're jobless and you bring nothing home. I can't believe you would refuse my requests after all the sacrifices I make for you. You're my elder sister. You should be taking care of me. But no, you're incapable of that. So I'm the one taking care of you. I have to pay the rent. Do you know how much that costs me? $1,500. That's how much I have to pay every month because I have an elder sister who prefers to do nothing. How much do you think is left of my salary afterward? Chump change. You don't know the sacrifices I make for you. So when I send you on an errand, do it.
Agnes, have you forgotten we live right in the middle of the city? Do you know how expensive the cost of living is here? I handle it all. The groceries, the light, water, all the bills that come each month. If I don't take care of them, how will you survive?
Don't try to exaggerate your importance here, okay? You can't beat $1,500 a month. I'm ashamed of you. You better go get that gift or I'll make sure you regret it. Mark my words.
Sarah, how could you do that to your sister? She asked for just one favor from you and you disappointed her. You knew just how important yesterday was to her, and all you had to do was get the gift from her boyfriend, and you failed. How can you be so heartless?
Heartless? Mom, why would you say such a thing about me? I clearly told her I couldn't do it, but she refused to believe me. I had a job to do yesterday, and I couldn't just dump everything because she refused to stop over at her boyfriend's.
No, you and I are not having this conversation. I'm sick and tired of getting this from you. You could have easily done this to help your sister, but you refused. Now she gave nothing to her boss, and she just might be passed over when it's time for promotion.
What? She knew it was that important, and she refused to listen when I said I couldn't go.
Shut up. This is pure jealousy. The fact that your sister works in a bank and pays the rent eats you up. She's at a level you'll never attain, and you want to bring her down. Are you happy now? You never wanted what's best for her anyway. Would you be happy if she got fired from her job and both of you had to stay at home?
How can you accuse me of trying to sabotage her career? I made more sacrifices for her than you ever could. I worked multiple jobs while in college just so I could pay our tuition. You refused to pay, remember? And you're accusing me of wanting to ruin her life? That's unfair.
You did those things because that's your duty as her elder sister. And it doesn't excuse the fact that you just tried to ruin her life now.
You're the one poisoning her against me, Mom. You know that, right?
She knows the right thing to do, unlike you. You're a bad influence, and I don't want you close to her anymore. Who knows what you'll do next? Probably steal her certificate or something. I'm not going to wait to find out, though. You're moving out today.
What? You can't kick me out? Where would I go?
Who cares? I did warn you this was going to happen, didn't I? Leave my house. I want nothing more to do with you.
You're really gonna do this?
You have until the end of today. If not, you'll know just how serious I am about this.
Sarah, you've really been holding out on us, haven't you? You're just so ungrateful.
What is it, Agnes? I no longer live with you guys. Can you leave me alone now?
Tell me something. How were you able to get a house so quickly? I know you're broke, so unless you had some savings, there's no way you could have pulled it off. You stayed with your friends for a few days and moved into your place soon after. How did you do it?
Were you expecting me to live in the streets because Mom kicked me out? If I wanted to get a place that very day Mom kicked me out, I could have done that. The only reason it took a few days is because I had to find the best place for me.
Whatever. I'm sure it took all your savings just to get a place. You're really broke and wretched now. LOL. You're trying to show that you can survive without us, but you're wrong. Don't bother coming to beg me for money when you run out, because you won't get it.
Believe me, I won't be coming. Matter of fact, you're the one that shouldn't come begging. In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of the month, Agnes.
What do you mean?
You'll be paying the rent soon, remember?
I know. I'll be collecting my salary soon and I'll pay it at once. What's the big deal?
LOL. The rent is not my issue. My concern is what comes after you pay it.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you on about?
LOL. Talk to you later.
Don't go, Sarah. What do you mean by that?
Sarah, you've really failed your family. You refused to reach out and you kept your good news to yourself.
What do you mean, Mom? What's the news?
I just spoke to one of your friends. They told me about how much of a big shot you are in the online community. Is this true? They said you work for a big company that pays you a lot of money.
LOL, of course it's true. I've always told you, but you chose not to believe. I'm a software developer. I don't have to leave my room to work. All I need is a good computer and strong internet. You never believed me when I told you. All you wanted was to see me go out each day and come back at night. You insulted and belittled me every time. Well, the joke is on you.
You should have made me understand. This is your fault, Sarah. You know I'm not versed in this techie stuff. It's your job to enlighten me.
How could I do that when all you saw me as was worthless and a waste of space?
Okay then, it's all in the past now. It's time for you to come home.
What? Are you for real? I just paid the rent here.
Okay, then your sister and I will come and live with you.
Hell no.
Sarah, please, you have to let us live with you. Since Agnes paid the rent, we've been barely surviving. The rent ate up a big chunk of her salary, and now there's no money for groceries or even to pay the bills. Our bills have piled up, and we're seriously running into debt. We can't keep up anymore.
We don't live together anymore, Mom. None of this is my business. You kept comparing me to Agnes, not knowing she earned way less than me. What's $1,500? I spent nothing less than $2,500 every month when I lived with you guys. I spent that much and I endured all the torture you both put me through. Now that I'm out, nothing will make me go through it again.
I didn't know, okay? I'm sorry. We're a family and we need to stick together, no matter what.
You should have thought of that before kicking me out. You believed I was broke and you felt it was a great idea to send me into the streets. Family would never have done that. Goodbye, Mom. I want nothing more to do with you.
Hold on. Sarah! Sarah!
Hey sis, I just had this crazy conversation with Mom. Did you really spend $2,500 a month on the bills? How can I possibly afford all that?
I'm sure you'll think of something. It's none of my business.
No, you have to come back home. I can't do this anymore. I'm always broke, the bills keep increasing, and we barely eat well these days. I'm at my wit's end, Agnes. I'm sorry for how rude I was to you, okay? I didn't know just how much you were doing for the family, and I let the fact that I paid the rent get into my head. Just come back. I'm losing my mind right now.
Like I told Mom, I'm not coming back, and you guys are not joining me either. You chose this, so you bear the consequences. I'm focusing on my life now, and neither you nor Mom belong in it. I'm worthless to you, remember? Now that's what you are to me as well.
That was all a mistake, Sarah. We're your family. Don't do this to us. Sarah!
Agnes and my mom kept trying to come live with me, but I remained adamant. They couldn't keep up with the harsh demands of the city, so they had to move to the suburbs where there was cheaper accommodation, but that only meant Agnes had to struggle every day with long hours of traffic.
There's a sale at the supermarket nearby tomorrow. I'll buy lots of chicken, so should we have fried chicken for dinner tomorrow? You like it, right?
I can't because I'll be back late tomorrow.
Really? Busy at work?
Yep.
How about the day after?
I can't get back early that day either because I'm busy.
Okay, then I'll keep it in the freezer. We can have fried chicken anytime if we keep it there.
We don't need to have it at home. I like the way restaurants make it better.
Yeah, maybe, but we used to have fried chicken at home often.
Honestly, I don't really enjoy eating anything at home.
Oh, is my cooking that bad?
I mean, eating with you in itself is just stressful. It's not fun to talk to you, and your reaction to everything is boring.
Am I that boring?
When we got married, I thought your seriousness was good. But it's boring now. You lack a sense of humor.
I do?
Women are usually good listeners and talkers. My female coworkers are all fun and charming. Unlike you, it's fun to talk to them.
I see. That's why you come back late these days.
Yeah, I guess that's part of it.
Sorry for making you feel uncomfortable at home. I'll try to improve our relationship, so...
Improve it how, exactly?
I'll do my best not to bore you. I'll think of plans so both of us can have fun together.
What kind?
Going on an all-day date like we used to.
Meh.
Oh, you don't want to?
I don't want to waste a whole day on that.
Then, just from the afternoon till evening.
Where are we going?
Is there somewhere you want to go, Brett?
Not really. It's a lot of effort to think of somewhere to go on a date.
Then I'll come up with the idea. How about going to your favorite restaurant? We can go to a hotel later, as long as you treat me to dinner. Just kidding.
What is that? Oh, that's so creepy.
Sorry, I meant it as a joke. You told me I need a sense of humor.
It's not funny at all. You're really no good at this. Don't text me anymore. It's irritating.
Sorry.
On second thought, I don't want to go out on a date. I can see that it's going to be uncomfortable and we'll just fight.
Right.
We don't need to spend time together just because we're a married couple. Oh, and don't make plans for the weekend without asking me, okay? It's just annoying.
Okay. It's fine anyway. I've got a sudden business trip for this weekend now.
Oh, really?
I need to go help prepare for a new shop to open next week because they're behind. I leave here on Saturday morning and come back Sunday night.
Great! I'll have a good time on my own, so can focus on work.
Yep. Thanks. I'll see you Sunday evening. Hi. It's been a while, Kevin. I'm Sam, Brett's wife. Do you still remember me?
Long time no see! Of course I remember you. I met you when my wife and Brett were working at the same department, right?
Yes, it was roughly 2 years ago. Around that time, all the workers got along pretty well. It was great for him to work with her.
After Cheryl moved to another department, we lost touch with you though. They used to have lots of work socials back then. I remember going to barbecue and bowling.
Yes. After she moved departments, we sure did lose touch with each other. But only you and I.
Huh? What do you mean?
Brett is still very friendly with Cheryl. What with them being co-workers still.
Oh, I guess that's good. But I'm a little puzzled by how you phrased that.
Yes. Sorry, I did that on purpose.
So, do you have something you want to tell me?
I'd like to ask you a favor. I'll be straightforward with you.
Okay.
My husband and your wife are currently having an affair.
What?
Why don't we go interrupt them together? I want to catch them in the act.
Your husband and my wife are having an affair? Is that true? I heard she went to a trip with her friend today, though.
I've hired a private investigator since February. So, I already have plenty of evidence, such as photos of them going into a hotel together.
I can't believe it.
It may be hard to believe, but it's true. If you'd like, I'll send you some pictures.
If you're that confident, it must be true. Excuse me, I feel nauseous.
Sorry that I told you this so suddenly. I should have told you in advance. But I didn't want to say anything until I had hard evidence. Otherwise, I was afraid you'd think I was just harassing you.
Well, I guess you're right. I would have asked Cheryl, but this wasn't completely unexpected to me. I felt suspicious about her behavior.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I guess. But is it necessary to catch them in person if you already have a lot of evidence? We should be able to sue them for emotional damages already.
Honestly, it's just for us to de-stress. As you say, I don't need to do this for a stronger court case. But I just want to really put pressure on Brett.
I'm sorry to ask you such a private question, but... do you hold a grudge against him for something other than the affair?
I am embarrassed to tell you this, but... he's been telling me that I'm boring and my personality is too serious. I don't get along with him these days, and I was trying to improve things.
You got into a rut. It's natural for married couples.
I was trying to do different things because it's better if we get along well. I asked him to go on a date, but he rejected me and said I was being creepy. I was so disappointed in him in that moment. It broke my heart.
Are you serious? That must have been hard on you. You tried your best to improve the relationship, though. But I think I understand how you feel a little bit.
You do?
Actually, I was told by Cheryl that I'm too serious as well. She says the way I speak is too stiff.
I see. But you seem more intelligent than stiff to me.
Thank you. But my wife doesn't like it. She insults me every day, telling me I was boring.
You went through the same as me. Brett also sees me as beneath him and boring. That's why I want to corner him methodically. I thought this would be flashier and funnier too.
I get it now.
I think I'm a bad person to even ask such a thing of you. I'm not only serious, but insidious as well. I'm amazed at myself. Isn't it crazy to go to all this trouble to catch them?
No, I think I understand.
Sorry. I shouldn't ask you this for the sake of my own revenge. I know what I said, but you don't have to do this.
No, I'll go with you. Either way, I have to confront Cheryl. Let me help with your plan.
Brett, isn't it cruel to kick me out from the house so suddenly? Take the chain lock off the door. Let me in.
As if. What were you doing barging in with a camera? Why are you here, Sam?
It's my house too. I can come back at any time, right?
Just delete that footage. Right now!
No. It's definite evidence that you're having an affair. I need to let your parents watch it too.
Stop it. Just stay away from home for now. And don't come back until I give you permission.
Why do I have to stay away from home? Maybe you're going to let your affair partner leave while I'm away?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean? Either way, you guys are finished. Kevin is also an eyewitness.
The guy next to you is Kevin?
Yes, your affair partner's husband.
Huh?
You don't remember him? You must have met him several times.
I didn't exactly have the time to examine his face closely just now.
Now that both of your partners are here as well, let's talk it over.
You said you had a business trip, but you lied. How dare you? You sociopath.
You're the sociopath.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking care of my wife. Huh? Oh no, are you her husband? Yes, it's Kevin. It seems like my wife is in very good hands. No, this is a misunderstanding. How can I misunderstand the situation? I could hear your voice from outside.
Were you eavesdropping the whole time? Yes, I could hear you insulting us too.
Why did you do all of this? This is far too creepy for you to be just collecting evidence. Well, we've got enough evidence because Sam hired a private investigator. Then why are you doing this to us? Because you guys are always telling us that we're boring. So, we were just trying to show you how spontaneous we can be. It's not funny at all. You're the only people who think it's not funny. Many people out there in the world would think this situation is hilarious. If I put it on YouTube, a lot of people would be interested, right? This is no joke. I told you that we're just joking around. We just want to show you our sense of humor. This is a violation of our privacy. You're talking about privacy even though you destroyed my private life? Do you understand what position you're in? You should be careful what you say to us. We have a good case to sue you for this. We could tell everyone at your work about your affair. Don't do that! Didn't I say you should be careful what you say? Is that an appropriate attitude to ask a favor of someone? Please don't do this. I'm begging you. We're both doing rather well at work. That's what I heard from Cheryl. You're well liked by your boss and subordinates at the office, right? You're especially popular among women for your kindness and honesty, huh? You're very cold to your wife at home, but you're pretending with everyone at work. It's for my promotion. You get it as a fellow corporate worker, right? I can get promotions by just being myself. I might be lacking in humor, but I earn more than you. Arrogant words for someone who gets cheated on by his wife. You should really watch what you're saying. Don't make me remind you you're on very thin ice. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Cheryl typed it, not me. That's an obvious lie. You need to learn basic common sense before even thinking about a sense of humor. And learn not to steal things from others and to listen to people. Even a child can understand better than you. That's why you haven't been promoted in years. That's not relevant. Sam is very patient and generous. Even after she knew about your affair, she tried to forgive you once. Is that true? Pass the phone to her. I want to talk to her. Oh, it's too late to beg for forgiveness. Your wife has completely abandoned you. You rejected her by saying it was creepy when she was trying to breathe new life into your relationship. So that's what she was trying to do. No, I didn't know those were her intentions. It's you who drove her into a corner so she would do such a thing. First of all, I don't think someone like you has a right to complain to her. You lack lots of things you need to be a human being. Do you really think you're in a position to complain to her about her lack of humor? Let me apologize to her, please.
Hey, it's me.
Sam, I'm sorry for all the things I've done to you. So, can we just keep this to ourselves?
Hey, can you pass the phone to Cheryl instead?
Huh? Why? Do you want to talk to her?
Because all women at your office are good talkers, right? I bet she is too. So she can give me some interesting excuses, right? I want to check how good of a talker she is, so pass it to her.
Stop it. Please, just forgive me.
You can't give the phone to her? Then open the door. Let's talk in person. You think she'll be more charming this way than over texts, right? Put on your clothes, of course.
She's been crying on the floor this whole time. She's in no condition to talk.
I see. That's a shame. You guys can't come up with anything good to say. You're both very boring. How are things afterwards, Kevin? I saw Cheryl crying buckets when she went home.
Let her cry. This will be a good lesson for her. I packed my belongings and I'll be staying at a hotel for now. Later, I'll take the evidence you gave me to my lawyer and have her sort it out. What about you?
Brett has been quiet, as expected. He's pale and shaking in the corner of the room. It's been peaceful since he won't tell me I'm boring. I'll leave here after I send my belongings to my parents' house. I don't want to stay in this house anymore.
Understandable.
My marriage had been tough, but now I can feel good about ending this relationship. I couldn't have done it without you, Kevin. Thank you for everything.
Likewise, Sam. I felt better after seeing them both panicking. It's strange to say this, but it was a little bit fun. I think I knew deep down that I couldn't live with Cheryl anymore. If you didn't tell me, though, I think I would have lived my whole life just doing as she told me.
I'm a little relieved after hearing that.
I decided to do this too. So don't worry about me. I suppose we both still have lots of things to do. We'd better start getting busy.
Yeah, you're right. And it's going to be a better life for both of us than our awful married lives, won't it? We don't have to force ourselves to try to be funny anymore. I'm sure we can be happy without that. After that, Kevin and I were both able to divorce. Brett was lonely, so he was thinking of getting married to his affair partner. But I heard he was chewed out by his enraged parents and told not to embarrass them anymore, so he decided not to. Cheryl quit the company and disappeared quietly. Of course, we told everyone at their office about the affair, so she probably left because she couldn't handle the pressure. I hear that Brett is having a hard time at the office after everyone was gossiping about his affair. I moved into my parents' house and started working somewhere new to start life over. Brett called me boring, but I have family and friends who like who I am. I'm grateful for the people I have, and I feel that true happiness is an ordinary, mundane life. I won't forget this realization. I'll continue to surround myself with people who like me. I hope I can regain my confidence and like myself a little more.